Welcome to Afi Reverie Bra Sew Along video tutorial. This is part 6. In this episode, we're gonna add both the power bar and the back. And with that, we're getting so much closer to finishing the bra. Let's not waste time and jump straight into it. With the cradle attached to the cups, I am now picking the power bar pieces. One for each side. On the power bar, we've got two very important notches. One is here at the bottom, and one is more towards the top. Please mark yours now, if you didn't mark them when you cut the pieces. The top notch aligns to the diagonal seam on the cup, while the bottom one matches the cradle seam. I am now going to align the upper notch first. And of course, I am going to use pins here. From the notch point, I move up and pin near the edge. Then add one pin in between. These pieces are so much easier to align than what we dealt with in the previous episode. Again, align the ends and pin. Now check the bottom notch on the power bar to match the cradle seam. Distribute the fabric and pins. And you should be good to go for the sewing machine once you have the second part of the bra ready as well. For this stitch, I chose the elastic stitch because all my fabrics stretch. If yours don't, use the straight stitch. This seam is a curve, so guide the fabric with your hands while feeding it to the machine. After a few minutes you should have something like this. As I was saying, with my stretch fabric, the elastic stitch stretches beautifully when pulled. Next, let's even the seam allowances. We want a straight and clean edge. That is one cup ready. And then, the second one. Now unfold the power bar piece. And let's look on the back of our work. You need to direct the seam allowances towards the power bar. To flatten the seam, we'll need to top stitch it. But we'll be working from the right side. Before placing the work under the presser foot, take a look at where the edge of the seam allowance is, at the back. Now if you flip the power bar, you need to approximate the edge of that seam allowance. Arrange the presser foot in such a way that the needle can catch the edges of the seam allowances. Using the 3-step zigzag or a simple but wider zigzag, start stitching. Use both hands and spread the pieces. We don't want any puckering here. Always keep an eye on the foot edge that follows our previous seam. While I speed up, you take your time. And look how good it is. A beautiful, clean and flat seam. That's on the front. On the wrong side, you can see how the zigzag traps the seam allowance. There are no free edges to bother us when wearing this bra. Alright. Let's move on with the power net pieces for the back of the bra. One for the left side, and one for the right side. I am starting with the left side. We don't have any notches here. So simply flip and align the back to the power bar. This is a straight line, and it should be really easy to arrange. Then pin one end. And then, the other end. With a couple of pins in between, we're ready to use the sewing machine. These are our side seams for the bra. If your power bar piece does not stretch, use the straight stitch. My pink fabric is stretchy, and with the stretchy back, I need to use the elastic stitch. With the elastic stitch, I am sure the threads won't snap when I pull the fabrics. Don't leave your sewing machine. We need to top stitch this seam as well. But be careful where you have to direct the seam allowances. Let me turn the work with the wrong side up for a minute. The seam allowance flows towards the power bar. With the seam allowance correctly directed, I am flipping my work back with the right side up. And just like we did on the power bar, we're going to trap the seam allowances with a wider kind of stitch. I am using the 3-step zigzag. Plain zigzag should work fine here as well. Please be careful here, and make sure the seam allowance faces the front of the bra, not the back. And look how clean and beautiful this seam is, as well. While, on the back, the seam allowances are flat and hidden. With both sides of the bra done, we have constructed and used most of the pieces so far. In fact, 2/3 of the bra is now ready. Next time we're working on the bridge, and we'll be joining the left side of the bra with the right side. Thanks for watching today's video. Have a great week ahead. Until next time.